Nice music. Nice music. Okay, everything seems to be running. I've got sound. Let's go over here. So, this is a game I've been checking out. Oh, right. I kind of want to look at something. Give me a second. Ooh, piece of candy. I have developed a very bad habit of wanting to check out my my subscriber number, but it's been like going up once every like 2 days, sometimes twice a day. It's nice. I'll just say it's nice. I've been putting in some extra work, and you know, it's coming back on me. I don't feel like I've produced enough on the pinball side of things. I need to do another pinball video guide soon. Alright, so... At first, this looked kind of underwhelming to me, but I was interested. I wasn't sure quite what kind of game it was. It's called Infinite Mana, so like... I thought it would be a roguelite where you just keep going in and in infinite, but I realized as soon as I started it up, this is a game about Final Fantasy and the glitches that would happen when you used a cheat machine like Game Genie. Oh, way back in the day, Game Genie. And that caught my interest. All right, we still have our stock standard. Man, like, hey, Hi-Fi Rush, too bad they got fired. Like, seriously, who thought that would play well? Death Roads. Oh.
Road never changes. There can be new part of it.
It's a strategy game. Looks cool, but I still have to make it through Wolfstride. Oh. Anyways, let's get into it. I woke up like poorly about 7 o'clock or so. I woke up a very state. But I wanted to take a little bit of a longer look at this game. I wanted to do it on stream. And the game is already letting you know what you're in for from the get-go. I like that. Oh my god, I just realized that what I'm doing with video editing is basically training for making a game, because camera direction is super important. And that's what I'm learning. Go with adventurer. I'm not in it for like a, I'm in it for a good time, not a rough time. Alright. So a little weirdness. Some strange shit going on here. Alright, so there was a message and then there wasn't. We got a little bit of, what was that game? Oh, God, that goofy-ass game that was like a virus. We got a little bit of that going on here. Yeah, so you're going to start seeing some patterns. Like, that would happen sometimes if you used a Game Genie. Especially in the towns of Final Fantasy, that's also another visual effect that you would definitely see if you were using Game Genies, and you, even if you put in the right code, some of the glitches that you're trying to create, you're doing it by, you're replacing segments of memory files with shit that shouldn't be there. So it's going to wind up, like, affecting graphics and shit. I remember one particular Final Fantasy cheat was, like, you could just create basically a wall of towns. And this, I quit out of the game before I even got to this part, just because I wanted to see, like, everything I was going to see for the first time on stream. This also looks very much like the end of Final Fantasy IV. I meant to look at the last one, but we'll take this. I was assuming it was going to be another female character. Interesting. I can't open the boxes? You fucks. Destroy everything. Okay then. Alright. Final Fantasy, like, oh, this is so Final Fantasy. This is so right in between Final Fantasy 1 and 4, which would have been known as 2 in the United States. Like, I can't believe how good they meshed those two menu systems together. Very similar menu systems. But also, like Final Fantasy 1, very square. Final Fantasy 4, a lot more rounded. And then you can see in the like scroll work how well they meshed those. Hey, stuff. Like, I was not expecting to be impressed. It looked kind of very mid to me, straight off, but this music is awesome. The graphics are looking really good in motion. Nice! Wizard mode for Curse of the Mummy. Hey, if you're going to chase me down... Yeah, these guys are just like walking straight towards me. I love it. I don't have to do anything. I've played a little bit of Grim Tales. Not nearly enough. Oh my god. So last night, I want to say I got something like... Oh god, I'd have to do the math. Oh my god. Whatever my score is, minus like I'd say 20 million. And then you'd have to do the permutations of the broadside. But I want to say I got 32 million broadside shots off in a row. Like, I got the extra ball, and then I did 4 more broadside shots before the timer went out. I've almost dialed in that table. At least that part of the table. If I could just do... Like, I sunk 1 ship, I think. I'm not even sure if I sunk 1 ship that game. Watch your tongue. I'm totally doing whatever mysterious voice tells me. To be fair, I was a prisoner. Well, I've sunk a ship before. Just, I don't think I've sunk one in that game I was playing. I may have sunk one. Alright, so this also appears to maybe contain some Final Fantasy VI in it too, because this feels a lot like the Empire and Terra and Celeste being created. Yeah, it changes to what would you do with the drunken sailor? I noticed that. You know what? That's a pretty damn good name. Nubanomicon. The Nubanomicon. How's that any different from the power on the Addams Family? Oh my god, the power on the Addams Family has fucked me so many times. Like, it's ridiculous. Good, I hope it has a continuous hold on the ball. I hope it doesn't just take the damn thing and shove it down the fucking drain like every single time on the Addams Family. Whenever I feel like I'm doing good on that table, the power fucks me over. So what you're telling me is I never want to hit that wizard mode. Alright, so this is an operational terminal. Alright, so far I'm really liking the way that the game is very nicely mimicking games that came before it, but also doing it in 2.5D. Though I don't know if this is true 2.5D. Like 2.5D, I don't know. Well, we'll see. I guess this is, yeah. Because you've got the 3D environments, but you got the 2D characters. I like... Ooh, that is a nice helmet. Not so much Rhythma. Lucifel, though, that is a fucking demonic-ass helmet. Yeah, I was gonna say, we'll see when Dragon Quest 3 comes out. I'm really excited for that one because Dragon Quest 3 is where they started playing around with the what the hell? Class systems. If I remember, Dragon Quest 3 goes crazy with the goddamn class system. There's like so much shit to do in that game, if I remember correctly. And it's one of the longer Dragon Quests. Significantly longer than Dragon Quest 1 or 2 was. Ha! There's a treasure chest here. Gaska Sugma. I believe so. So I want to say Final Fantasy III also started playing with classes, if I remember correctly, but it was Final Fantasy V. First discover your weakness by using certain physical elemental attacks. I like this music a lot. This is... I'm trying to think. It reminds me a lot. I want to say it was something in Final Fantasy IV battle music. Like, it's something about the horns. Alright, this thing's got wings, but it's also in a box, so is it flying? Alright, that was ineffective, but I killed it anyway. As soon as Dragon Quest III comes out, I will be streaming that. So we'll be seeing what that game is again together, for sure. Especially since you know, I had to, because Drylus was so generous during those other Dragon Quest streams. Like, he paid for the game. Like, I wanted to fight you. Haha. Snake! Ophidian? Oh my god. I haven't heard a snake called an Ophidian since Star Trek The Next Generation. Roadshow? I think I've barely played that one before. Wow, that did a lot less damage. Effective. Okay, those guys don't like spears. Try crushing the rat. Ineffective. I mean, I'm killing them anyway, so, you know. Let's get all that health back. Nice. Nice. That's so Final Fantasy. Poker. I have to. I have to. I feel like it's heavily influenced by the original Final Fantasy as well. Like it takes the stuff that they do in Final Fantasy 2 and 3 or 4 and 6 depending on what numbering system you go by. But then it's rolling some of it back closer to Final Fantasy 1. But at any rate, this is a very nice looking game. I'm really enjoying it. The story seems to be somewhat interesting. It's got my attention for sure. There's nowhere to go from here. Ow. I'm digging some of these sprites. Like, these are like Final Fantasy 4 sprites. I feel like Final Fantasy 4 had bigger sprites, more, in some ways more menacing, like the soldiers. Like, there were definitely some awesome hard-bodied enemies. It sounds like this guy. There were some beautiful designs in that game. Final Fantasy VI has some great designs, but I feel like 4 really hit it on the head with, especially in, I want to say it was the Tower of Zot. There were some really, really cool, yeah, Tower of Zot is where you fight Valfaris. And she was a really cool design too. This does feel a bit like a fucked up Pokemon game, but without any Pokemon mechanics. So, like, it's really, I mean, so far. Really? Final Fantasy IV is so Star Wars. like, there's just something very, very Star Wars about Final Fantasy IV. I've never been able to 100% explain it. Wow, a hook shot? No, a retro RPG? I didn't just play a game that has exactly this mechanic. However, oof. Graphically, these games are completely different beasts. Also, story-wise, like, wow. So this is the other half. I want to say Sea of Stars basically takes half of the Squaresoft era RPGs. In this game, I feel like takes the other half of the Squaresoft RPGs, which includes not Paper Mario. Remember, Paper Mario came from Super Mario RPG. That's where that shit started, which was a Squaresoft game, baby. Well, Cecil was always... Alright, so Cecil wasn't a Dark Knight because of, because he wanted to be. Basically, he was sacrificing his own desires to, like, inflict punishment upon himself. Hey, Sharon. To do the king's will. He was so devoted and so pure of heart that he did, like, he was totally devoted to his king, no matter how much he may despise what he was doing. His actions were not necessarily because this is the kind of person he was. At heart, he was always this pure being. And then he went through a trial where he had to face, and he basically, you've got the trial Mount Ordeals. How do you beat the trial at Mount Ordeals? You don't attack. That's Cecil has to accept and embrace his past and the fact that he can never make up for anything he has done in the past. However, he can try to atone for it, which means, you know, like, he can try to save the world. He can still try to use his power you know, to do good in the world. And that's the whole thing. And then the people in the city, like, they're like, holy shit, this guy, you know what, maybe, Garrick is a little bit different. Garrick enjoyed what he did. Cecil never did. But Garrick also believed everything he did was necessary. He was taught that this is what it is to be, you know, a true patriot. but he really enjoyed what he did. Until he spent time on Deep Space Nine, and then, like, when he had to torture Odo, he didn't enjoy it. He was just doing what he felt he had to do. So that was a turning point for him. But previous to that, he was the terrible fucking person that he wants everybody to believe he still is. Cecil never wanted to be a Dark Knight. It was a means to an end. And then when he found out when he found out the king had been replaced, you know, and even the king, like, to go further, the king that he had served, that had been replaced, was such a awesomely gallant and noble person that he became the summons. Was it Odin? Yeah. Like, he's the embodiment of an awesome king. So, you know, like, you can see the whole reason why Cecil would have been so devoted to this king is because he was a good king. Part of that, there was definitely a relationship between Garrick and, like, a deeper relationship between Garrick and Julian, which, both actors, like, they play, like, later they got together, after the series ended, after Ezri and Julian or whatever, you know, they acknowledged that there was something going on there, and that's exactly how Garrick was played. She almost fell when I tried to open the chest. That's awesome. That is such a cool little take on like when your party splits up like that in role-playing games. You know, just having fun with the space. Like, oh, we don't have enough room to fully expand a party. Somebody's about to fall off a ledge. That is so clever. Nah, Cecil becoming king makes total sense, like, unquestioned to me, because again, he was like the right hand of the king. He was, you know, when he was a Dark Knight, he was fighting for the kingdom. When he was a paladin, he saved the kingdom from the enemy that took it over. He saved the world. Like, Cecil and Rosa became a king and queen is, like, not only that, but they were friends with the leaders of every other nation by the end of the game. Every single one. Yeah, Julian Zark is he's like wide-eyed. He's Luke Skywalker. But, you know, Luke Skywalker medicine man. At the beginning of Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, he wants action, adventure, and he wants to go fight in wars and and make a name for himself, and you know, he wants all that stuff. And then, like, as the movies go on, Luke realizes, like, see, looking for a fight is not a great idea. And really, if you're good enough, so, like, it doesn't matter what you do. You could be a Jedi, you could be on YouTube. If you're good enough, a fight will find you. You don't need to look for a fight. In fact, if you're out looking for a fight, you are probably on the wrong end of things. Ineffective. Effective. Effective. Yeah, well, I like the lessons that Luke learned were, you know, he was a young man looking for adventure, and then he definitely, by the end of it, got his fill of that adventure. But he was also, he also became, like, a professional. He got experience, like, he became very dependable, really good at what, you know, top of his game kind of stuff. And then, you know, when he got good, so to speak, the fight wasn't, like, actually a physical fight. It was the fight to maintain his morality, despite the amount of power he now held. So now that he's powerful, he has to actively fight the temptation to abuse that power. We'll see you, Mary. Yeah, I almost didn't stream today because my nose was stopped up. That's also why I decided to just do a one-off kind of deal. But I'll probably continue on with this game. This is a pretty cool story. It's not what I expected, and I have a feeling that shit goes way off the rails because, like, we haven't even gotten to the weird glitching and shit. Like, there was a little taste of it up front. I really appreciate the way they did that. Like, they front-loaded some glitchiness, and, like, this is what the game's going to be like later. Now we're going to pull back, and you're going to start from the beginning. Hells no. They're also subverting a trope in this game. It looks like on purpose, because the bad guy, well, you've got one bad guy all in black, but the main bad guy, he's all in white, and usually white is the color of the heroes. But he looks like a fucking demon. Somewhere with treasure. Stuff. Sharon is a time traveler. She's a 17-year-old who grew up in the 90s somehow. Like late 80s, early 90s. Well, yes, Sharon, but there's a really good reason why. I want to say Snake Eyes came first, and to save money, they made him entirely black so they could just use one color plastic. Oh, hey, class system. And then I believe, so, you know, since Snake Eyes was such a hit, I want to say that they introduced his opposite ninja, and they just made him all white, again, to save on cost. And they gave him a couple of red highlights, because, you know, Cobra. Beastmaster, Oracle, and Rogue Guises. It's quite convenient. There's just a map sitting on the road. I guess it fell out of the ship when it crashed. Look. Don't you all contradict me. When I say a thing, you have to agree with me. That's the way it works. Stop offering opposing viewpoints. It's making me feel bad. But I mean, when you're dealing with stuff like Star Wars, it's the dark and the light. The dark is always bad. Ooh, that's... Oh, wow. Okay, so basically what's going on here is the class system is not just for in battle. The class system actually changes the way that you interact with the world. All right. I'm going to save and come back to this because right now, like, I'm a little out of it today. I was expecting this to be kind of a roguelike, and then when I checked it out, it's not. But like, this is I want to play more of it. God, I am hoping that tomorrow I'll wake up like I'll actually be awake earlier. What happened today was like yesterday I had to stay up way past when I would normally gone to bed to accept a delivery, and then tired, and then last night, like I what the hell? I don't think I went to, or no, I slept. Maybe I'm just like kind of sickish. 1999 for Infinite Mana. Right. Okay. So I wasn't going to pick up this game originally because it's a little bit pricier than I wanted to. Yeah, definitely pot delivery. Why else would I stay up? I like other people can't accept that weed delivery. I have to be the person. They can't even really talk to anybody else in the household at all. So like it has to be me. And let's see. Last I was up a little, like destroying some scores. I did a really the best I've done on a couple of tables. What the hell happened last night? Why didn't I don't know if I was typing. I was playing around in Dystopica a little bit, but 64. I was probably playing a shitload of 64, which is a clicker game. It's definitely a very interesting game. I'd love to say I was working on scripts, but I don't think I even did any scripting like I wanted to. I played around with my video editor a little bit, right, to play with this, because this game got an update, and I wanted to see what I can actually do to that update, or like I have to convert file formats on occasion because it doesn't use GIF. But we're right here. So this is a static image, and then that is fucking gorgeous. And this is a file I had to convert. It's still got black borders on it. I don't know if I could get it any larger than that because the hands would go out of frame. But man, that looks so good. There's another one I want to say. Where the hell did I put the other one up? I think I put it over by Stuff Square. Let's see, there's VR Stuzz. Stuff, where's your fucking housing? Oh, there's the other one. Oh my god. It's just as sexy as it's always been. Buckle this. Yeah, Sharon, you definitely should see a doctor. If you're bruising a lot, like easily, if you're always exhausted, like they need to take that very seriously. They did not take it seriously when I was always exhausted. They didn't realize, like, I had hyperthyroid problems. I have this whole other weird disease that is, it's an actual disability because I can barely move. And my doctors were not taking it seriously. Like, they thought I was just lazy. Like, if you're tired all the time, there is an issue. You're feeling a lot of anxiety. I don't know if maybe you've got a thyroid issue. I definitely have anxiety problems too, but I've got them under control. Partially medically, but mostly because I don't interact with the world anymore. When I had to work, with people that didn't give a shit about their jobs, when I had to work with customers who were just being fucking assholes because, like, they could. Because that's how Floridians act. You just, like, you take it out on whoever you can. You have a bad day because, of course, you had a bad day because everybody's a fucking terrible person to interact with and they're assholes to each other and nobody wants to work and nobody wants to be there, and then maybe they can't their boss is a dick to them, and then they go out to the store and you've got this cashier, and guess what, they can't say shit back to you. They're going, if you come in and you give them a fucking attitude, they could get fired because their bosses don't give a shit, they just want to make the money. Back in the 90s, when I started working, if somebody came in and was a dick to the employees, they got kicked out of the fucking store. They were made an example of. They were told, don't fucking come back, that we trespassed them from the property. We did not give a fuck. Go across the fucking street. Like, our store is a decent store for decent people. And if you can't interact with other human beings in a normal manner, you don't get to shop with us, because we're not busting our ass to put up with your shit. We're busting our ass so that everybody can have a good shopping experience. And if you're ruining that experience, then you could get the fuck out of the store. That's exactly how we ran shit in the 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. The last couple of places when I worked at Wawa, somebody threw a whole fucking drink at me because I carded them for cigarettes, which I am required to do. And then I had to refuse the sale. I got hit with a whole fucking drink. I was covered in soda. And there were so many people working, and they were in the office talking about it. Instead of relieving me and giving me, we had extra shirts in the back. Like, there was something called Siptopia. There was a shirt for Siptopia. All they had to do is give me a fucking clean shirt, relieve me from my register for 15 minutes so I could clean the fucking soda off. They didn't. They fucking didn't. For 2 goddamn hours, I sat there covered in goddamn soda. That is the most fucking incompetent management team I can fucking think of. Your employee was just goddamn assaulted. Get him off the fucking register. You have tons of coverage. You have 4 managers in the back. I don't give a fuck if you're having a meeting or anything. Get that guy off the goddamn register. See, you can see, I'm not angry. I'm loud. But I'm not angry because I don't work there anymore. It's not my fucking problem anymore. It's just like, and this is shit you should expect when you're running a business, especially in that part of Florida. Yeah, this kind of shit happens. Luckily, I wound up getting sick before COVID, which I don't think I could have made it through as worn down and as bad. So, like, getting upset, feeling like actually emotionally feeling bad translates into me physically feeling bad now. I have a feeling it actually goes the other way too, because way back when I was dating, I had so much more energy. I was stronger. I was able to do all kinds of stuff. Like when I was happy, I was basically a Superman. So I think it kind of goes both ways, but like you can't. It's so much harder to be happy than it is to get upset. And it feels like everything in the world is conspiring to make you upset at all times. So yeah, like I have a lot of trouble interacting in a professional setting. I have trouble like even getting my videos made, let's be honest. This looks cool. I know don't feel bad for me. Feel bad for Devin. He's going through it right now. I know Devin's he's kind of trying to take a break from a lot of other stuff because his schedule is absolute dog shit. He like for whatever reason, okay, this is already on my wish list. This looks really good. No, Devin's kind of stepped back. Honestly, I don't expect to record another podcast until he moves. Just because I don't think he's in a headspace to do it. And that's fine because I don't think we have ever. I thought I already had this. Or maybe I've got this and I never claimed it. I think I might have got it from a Humble Bundle. From what I understand, he's moving back home partially because like cost of living is out of fucking control. Basically, he made more where he was living, and also he was part of a union, which he probably wouldn't have to be pulling this 3 a.m. crap if there was a union, or at the very least he'd probably be paying like a lot more because it's really fucking inconvenient. But yeah, he doesn't have union protection. He's making less money. So where he was living, he got priced out of that area. Even making more money, he was priced out of that area. And then he moved because cost of living was lower, but then his pay was lower, his hours are shit. And like it's just, you know, and then also I believe you've got kind of like this boys club thing going on, where depending on like where if I saw this a lot in southern towns when I was working in Georgia. You've got this club of people who bio break. Oh, that's a Final Fantasy 11 term. Holy shit. Because, you know, bio, the spell. You're just like, oh, I have to take a bio break because I gotta go release something disgusting into a toilet. That just became the terminology. But yeah, like, it'll wear you the fuck down. And then when you see, like, you've got the click, thing going on. When I lived in Georgia, like basically, if you were rich, you were you like automatically, if you came from a wealthy family, you got everything handed to you. You did not have to be good at anything. You just walk in, and then like, you know, whatever, you just get paid. And then you also act like a big shit because, you know, you are fucking invincible. There's nothing you can do. One guy where I worked didn't show up for I want to say most of a month because he was just getting drunk. He just stayed at home drinking. He didn't fucking come to work at all. He was like in management. He was one of these you know, from one of these families where like he was protected. What happened when he came back to work? Everybody else who had to pick up his fucking slack had to donate, because if you didn't donate, they treated you like the biggest shitbag. Because this guy, he's a recovering alcoholic now. Like you feel bad for him, but like he's the guy who did it. I feel bad for you if you have a substance abuse issues, but you're causing problems for me. And I'm not going to feel fucking bad for you when you're making my life miserable. I'm sorry, I'm just not built that way. So what wound up happening, they had to donate all the people who were picking up his slack for not showing up for fucking work because he was too busy drinking. They had to donate for a new, like really nice bicycle. Like this guy was into to biking, so they got him like a really nice racing bike, and like they kind of casually like, oh yeah, this is part of his recovery, but like the shitbag didn't fucking come to work because he was too busy fucking getting sauced. He still got paid. And then they gave him a fucking bike and made all the employees pay for it. Like, fuck you. Oh my God. How? I've never been happier to have been fired from a place in my life and then rehired and then fired again and then rehired and then fired again and then refusing to come back after the third time. And the reason they fired me wasn't because I wasn't good at my job. It was so that they would never have to pay me benefits. This is what fucking happens at these companies. Sharon, that's not funny. That's exactly what my cats do too. I think every cat does that. There's a joke that Rusty only likes me when I'm on the toilet. Like, because Rusty, anytime I'm trying to go pet him, he'll run away from me. But if I'm in the bathroom, he will bust through the fucking door like the Terminator. And you're like, yo, I heard you was pissing. And then he'll come, and if my pants are like on the ground, he'll get inside the pants every time. Rusty's really goddamn weird. I think they call it Chanel, the rug. Let me look that up. I can tell you why they do that. First, it's a familiar smell. They like they like, odors of people that they enjoy being around, and your pants are going to smell a lot like you. I don't know why specifically it's the bathroom, but yeah. So they'll come in, and your pants are going to be warm. They're going to smell like you, and they're shaped in that perfect like oval that cats can fit inside. So, it's just, if I feel like it's like one of the most inviting things in the world for a cat, which is why they always like nest up in your pants while you're indisposed. The rug in my bathroom has a very particular pattern to it. I think Mom said it was Chanel, but it looks kind of like this. It's got these little nubbies on it. And every single night, Rusty's in my bathroom sleeping on that mat. Every single fucking night. It's so weird. He loves that rug. Yeah, I told you about the guy who beat me at Mario Kart using just his feet. He came to my house once and he almost died because I had 5 cats at the time, and he is literally deathly allergic to cats. I did not know. He came in, he walked in my house for like a minute or two, and he went outside and then just laid in the car barely breathing. Oh, this looks cool. I want to say we've had as many as 7 at one time. We had, so I'm trying to remember, right, so Kirby was a stray, then we wound up with, I want to say Mama, or no, we didn't wind up with, we wound up with 2 of Mama's kittens, and then when she got pregnant again, we brought Mama into the house full time, and we wound up, I think, keeping one of her first litter of kittens and then 2 of her second litter of kittens, and we got her fixed, so there were no more kittens. And then I wound up getting married and getting 2 cats, and then I wound up getting divorced and moving back in. So, like, I want to say we had all those cats, and then I don't remember if both of these other cats got introduced into the mix at the same time, but one of my parents' friends moved, and they couldn't keep a cat in their new house, like no pets allowed, so we had to take on one of their cats. And then there was another one that came from a nudist colony. I don't remember how we wound up with that cat, but she was a sweet little thing. She was so fluffy. She was a fluffy white kitty, but she passed away really early, unfortunately. But yeah, I think we got up to 7 cats. And, just like, hey, Flash is a nudist cat. He's from that same nudist colony. Yeah. That's where he was born. He was born in a nudist colony. I'm okay with 7th, especially given that I kind of suck at that table, and that is by far the highest score I have gotten. Like, I didn't think I'd score nearly that high on that tournament. What are you? I've looked at this. This looks bad.
Whichever planet you select, paradise won't come easy. You'll have to face some extreme conditions, treacherous landscapes, or radioactive areas.
Yeah, this wants to be Planet Crafter, but I don't think it has the charm. This feels like the video game version of dubstep, and I don't think I'm ready to deal with that. Wannabe Cookie Clicker doesn't look like it's got half the charm. Alright, there's just nothing left, is there? I've looked at all the games. I'm going to have to wait a couple of months before I look at games again. I'm hitting the bottom of the barrel in my queue here. Gooner. If I'm correct, gooning is masturbation without, like, climax. That's exactly what this is. Look, there's a fist meter. Oh my god. Wow, this is, I love this. It's so it's so low effort. Like, they left in the default. Yeah, it's a meme as fuck. So, if you ever put a text box that has like a top and bottom text, they will say top and bottom text when you put them in. So this is literally just the default for whatever program he's using. Like, it's just there. And then you look at the game description, and it's just goon on the train. It's $3. I have a feeling that this game is going to make a shitload of money without any actual effort. This is a game for idiots by idiots. Similar to such art. The fuck are you talking about? This game's amazing. Oh, the infamous game that exists. This game only exists to produce trading cards. That's it. That is it. Fuck off. I mean, yay. It's not offensive. That's better than the last couple of games. Rise of the what?
Dominions 6.
Panto
Playing
Cracker.
with one of 101 different factions, each with uniquely powerful units and commanders. Perhaps you choose the fiery giants of Muspelheim, or ravage your foes with tooth, claw, and sword with the dogmen of Andromeda.
This looks like dog shit.
Choose the embodiment of your godhood, as well as your magics.
I've
your
got
blessing to your units and your
I've got
lands.
1,000 different troops, and they all have 2 frames of animation. God, that reminds me. I was playing Star Wars Pinball, and I played the tables that I haven't played before. All right, and this guy right here. Yeah, I cannot see Kylo Ren without seeing Grandma's Boy. Whenever I hear Kylo Ren lines, he speaks exactly like this character would speak. I cannot separate the two in my head. It just woo. Just every single time. That's what I hear. He even wants to be a robot because he's got like this fixation on Darth Vader, who was like 90% a robot. Explaining a film plot badly meme. I think maybe I've seen that before. I wanted to like this so much. It's not getting enough love. Like, I don't think that they've really updated this game at all, though. Yep. It's been a while, which means that's code for we ain't done shit with this game for a long time. All right, so they've done some updating. But are people even playing? How do I see if people are playing this game? $21 in game currently. Like, yeah, there's just like nobody playing this. Star Wars Episode 7, an interracial couple is chased by a man with a flaming cross. That... Hardworking junk dealer loses his employees to a cheating space wizard, which winds up destroying democracy. Fuck off, Reddit. There it is. That is not inaccurate. That one's good. That's not bad. That's not bad. Star Wars episode, like the first 3 Star Wars, not 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6 for because you know. Okay, okay, this might be a winner. So we've got that. Then we got man murders coworkers after he's denied a promotion. That, yeah. Talking frog convinces son to kill his dad. This is so good because I want to say this is the son of Sam. Yes. A reference to a demon he believed lived inside the black Labrador retriever owned by his neighbor Sam Carr. The dog told him to kill people. That's why this. I mean, these are all amazing though. I'm glad you brought that up. All right, it's like 10 o'clock. I know I got on stream super late. I didn't play a whole bunch of stuff. Is that a Cedian? No, that's a light Lottie. Why are these so small? All right, I know why they're so small. Let's see, where was I searching for images? All right, so what you want to do is instead of taking these, you want to open image in new tab. If you come to here and you do it, you're going to get this as opposed to this. So you want to do it from this area here. Ah, you're on mobile. Let's see. Transported to a surreal landscape, a young girl kills the first person she meets and then teams up with 3 strangers to kill again. American invades foreign land, kills local leadership, struggles to find exit strategy. Oh, you guys couldn't see me at all, could you? That's fine. That's fine. We're good here. We're good here. Those were blurry as shit. I had to like super zoom in on them, and then it, Mega Maid, she's gone from suck to blow. Light making the sex jokes over here. Talking shit about Gooner or whatever, gooning on a train, and then busting out with suck to blow. Anyways, it's been fun. I woke up super late. Hopefully I could correct this sleep schedule a little bit because I really want to... you have no idea how many people have had sexual relations with a vacuum and lived to regret it. Every time. My favorite is the stories about the people that they put their member inside of a pool intake, and the suction means that they like, so they cannot retract. So when you get excited, you expand, but because there's a suction force, the blood never comes back and allows you to shrink down again. So people have gotten stuck in I think that they've actually redesigned the pool suction holes so that you cannot stick your penis in them. That's how, like, you'd hear it all the time. Here we go. We've got Florida Man 2020, 2017, 2016, 2019, 2018. Pool suction drain injury. It's got its own entry on Wikipedia. Suction entrapment occurs when the drain of a wading pool, swimming pool, hot tub, or fountain sucks the swimmer's jewelry, torso, limbs, hair, buttocks. Also known as disembowelment. Oh, evisceration can happen in the case of buttock entrapment. What? Oh! Yeah, they don't mean buttock, they mean anus. Oh my god, that's horrifying. Hell yeah, we do. Alright. Every industry has a story designed to become legend. The swimming pool business is no different. Fuck off. Tale of penis in the pool fitting. Is this British? I feel like this is British. No, German. Yeah, I think this is translated from German. That's why it's so weird to read. Lakeland. Okay, that's North Florida. Or, no, I think that's... Is that on the opposite side from where I am? Okay. Okay, it's north towards Orlando. Ah, Legoland. You're not going to want to put your dick in a Lego. Where the fuck is Ocala? Oh, it's way up here. Yeah, see, I don't really go to this side of the state very often. Maybe on occasion. Wow, way down here, actually. Like, this is where we wind up if we're going to the other coast. You can see, like, you can also see the major highway and why. So, I-95 goes up to Savannah, that goes up this coast, and typically you'll wind up on, where is, I want to say this is not I-75, this is the Turnpike. Yeah, because this goes up through Yeehaw Junction, Kissimmee, and then Orlando. So that's where, you haven't noticed that Florida looks like a dick? Like, I'm pretty sure everybody's... Well, you're Canadian. So, like, your maps look like this. So weird. So square. Why is everything so goddamn square? What the fuck's wrong with you guys? Like, we got Alaska here. It's just like a straight line. And then we got, like, this straight line across. I know somewhere around here there's, like... There's like a really weird segment. I want to say like here. There's a little island that is on the Canadian side, but we control it. We almost went to war over pig and potatoes with Canada, but then the Civil War happened. Baffin Bay. I did not realize Greenland was like right there. God, England is so tiny. I don't spend a lot of time looking at maps. All right. Ah, that's where the Newfies are from. Newfoundland. And then just this whole goddamn thing is Quebec. I want to say most of the people live down this way. Like, where you. I think this is probably like the furthest north people really get. I don't really know, but like, yeah, I'm guessing that this I don't. Well, no, people go to Hudson Bay, and then you've got Manitoba, Nunavut. There's a fucking national park here. Northwest Territories. They haven't even like committed to a fucking name yet. What's going on with Canada? It's just the Northwest Territories. We don't gotta name this shit. Yukon. Is that where Yukon Gold potatoes come from? Is this good? It probably is good potato country. It's a root vegetable. Yeah, so you've got like, you know, these areas are kind of known for potatoes, so it's probably really good potato country. I don't know French. And then here's where all of our like really weird rednecks live. And then what? This is Russia? Yeah, this is the far, far side. Damn. Wow, Russia is a lot closer to us than I thought. Or what the fuck? Okay. Oh, these are just rivers, not borders. Yeah, Russia is a hell of a lot close, but we do have that buffer of Canada. So if they could take Alaska, but you know, then we got Canada as a buffer zone. This is my absolute worst subject, geography. Mongolia, which means China is nearby. Kazakhstan. Hey, look, here's the part that we keep interfering with. We got Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. I thought that was higher up on the map. Where are Afghanistan is, wow, that's further over than I expected. I thought it would be right next to Iraq. Where are the guys that are all fighting right now? Let's see, we got Spain, Morocco, Libya, Niger, Chad. So we're going into Africa. What I'm looking for is Istanbul, Constantinople. Kuwait, Dubai is tiny. I don't know how this devolved into me just looking at a map. That's what this stream became. Just me looking at a map in fascination. Ankara is the capital of Turkey. Oh, all right. Interesting game. I think I recommend it. What? As if you guys could make a choice, because I'm just going to do whatever I want. But what if I play a game tomorrow? Would you rather see more infinite mana to see where this game is going, or do you think you guys would want to see more Sea of Stars? And no matter which one you guys pick, I'll probably play something else just because. Wild tangent. The Passamaquoddy. I do not have any idea what that reference is. Some really good stuff downloaded. Oh, Caravan Sandwich looks good. That's a I've got that demo installed. I thought I had a different demo. Hey, Florida has pools. Men have penises. It's something that's going to happen. Hey, Mary. I know what Mary wants me to play. She wants me to play this.
Look, everyone! It's the princess!
Oh, my headset turned off.
Feeling bonesome tonight.
Alas, I won't accept commoner food. I require fine dining.
Yes, it is an inevitability. Light, you have no idea.
Be mine!
You have no idea the questionable things that men wind up doing with their penises.
My only tip is to help folks in need. That'll probably steer you on the right path.
Crack walls, strange spaces. Investigate them.
Go get 'em, princess. May luck find you.
It's time I finish this.
All right. So we'll see tomorrow if I wake up, like, if I'm going to try to be up during the day. I'm going to try to do 2 smaller streams. If I'm feeling in like a goofy mood, I want to check out RZ and then play more of the same game that I played today, Infinite Mana. However, ooh, I got pee. Oh, Light's going to be traveling. If I'm feeling like in a more serious mood, I'll stick with Sea of Stars, because I really do like that game a lot. All right, I'm getting very uncomfortable, so I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. If I don't show up, don't blame me. I mean, it happens. I haven't been smoking a whole lot of weed, Sharon. Like, I have not been smoking a lot of weed. I've just been fucking tired. I mean, you know what that's like.